Oh my god, he's frozen. Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot to warn everybody. Yeah, that Monday, yesterday was Labor Day, which we don't work on. I was going to pop on later that day, and I, dummy me, just let myself get bogged down, not think about it. Tuesday morning. Tuesday is just Monday's ugly sister, according to one of my favorite memes. Especially when, you've had Monday off. You come in on a Tuesday, and it feels like Monday. And I already have an eerie feeling we'll be working this Saturday to make up for the loss of Monday. Because that seems to be the trick, when I've been working for this company for so long. Especially when they're, running, production almost nonstop. And it's like, well, they had Monday off, work them Saturday. So now we're officially, a few days into September. And I expect over the coming weeks, we're going to finally start seeing some stuff about the centenary. Like I said, it's just been a weird few days. Because for once, the 3-day weekend actually felt like it was a week off. Normally, 3-day weekends go like that and you're done. But this one actually lasted a while, which is kind of nice. Oh, I don't want to jinx it, but we finally got tickets for the con in Columbus on this December 3rd, and I got a photo op ticket for Jodie Whittaker. See, I'm almost ready to mention it because now I probably jinxed it. You see, and and I was like, it's $100 is a lot, but it's like at the same time, I said the same thing when Patrick Stewart was through here. There was a little bell ringing in the back of my head. There's no way in hell Patrick Stewart's ever coming back to Ohio. And sure enough, he never has. That's why I went ahead and got, my autograph from him, because I knew there's no way in hell Patrick Stewart's coming back to Mid-Ohio. And then I got the same tingling in the back of my brain about Jodie Whittaker. I was like, no way in hell Jodie, is ever coming back to Ohio after this. This is probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's just like, when Wizard World never had a con anywhere near my house back when I was living up north. And then sure enough, the year after we moved down here, they started having Comic-Cons up there in Cleveland, which is less than a half hour from my old house. And then everyone and their grandmother was at those. Is David definitely in for the 3 specials? We know he's filmed, from what we've seen filmed, that he's definitely in at least, I think, 2. I don't know if all 3. You gotta remember, we're just going off what we've seen. And they deliberately had it so they'd use public locations at a minimum. And as I told you all, the only reason they told you about Tennant and Tate coming back was they had to film in public later that week. And there was no way they were going to get around being seen. I'm just dying laughing at, everyone thinking that, Donna was going to be back in like series 12 or 13 or something like that. And it turns out, no, what they saw was one of the show's producers who had red hair. I can't remember which one it was. It'll hit me about a half an hour. So yeah, I'm kind of excited, but at the same time, we're really sailing close to the wind right now on some things, and it's like, so Nikki Wilson, thank you. It was dancing around on the edge of my mind, but yeah, thanks. Yeah, it turns out it was Nikki Wilson. From what I heard, and this could be a shooting title, or it could be the actual title, one of my sources, and like I said, the only reason I'm telling you this Is this the guy, the person, who told me about Sacha Dhawan, like months before Spyfall even aired, being the master? And according to what he's heard, the title is Loose Ends. You see, it not everything has to be Curse of the Fatal blah 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 or whatever. You see, the thing is, the only reason I have a firm belief there's a good possibility it's true is because when Chibnall was running Torchwood, the last episode of season 2 was Exit Wounds, if I remember. I think it was season 2, because then the following season was Children of Earth. So Loose Ends is not, beyond the realm of possibility. It's a lot better than that one everybody was toting around calling Dry. But knowing my luck, that'll turn. Yeah, from what I've seen of Sophie, she's doing pretty well. Thing is, oh heck, what am I thinking? We're trying to make a Chicago TARDIS as well, of course, and she's going to be at Chicago TARDIS along with Sylvester McCoy. Now, the thing that's got me worried, though, I'm not sure what's going on with Chicago TARDIS this year. Because by now, they'd have at least a dozen guests. And so far, I'm seeing 4 on their page. And they haven't really updated the page in a while. Yeah, all they have up there right now on the guest page is Jason Haig Ellery, Fraser Hines, Sophie Aldred, and Sylvester McCoy. There's no word yet on what the title for the 60th specials is yet. Nobody has that. Well, the thing is, folks want Sacha Dhawan to stay on as the master. But remember, Sacha Dhawan, he gets around quite a bit, We've seen him on other things besides Doctor Who related projects. And also, remember, the master these days tends to change with the Doctor, unlike back in the day when you had, Anthony Ainley there for quite a while. Heck, he was there technically, for the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th. Inflation is everywhere, sadly, because we're still living on the fragile reserve. The Federal Express. The Federal Reserve System, which was the biggest railroading of America. Oh. It's a steam engine of disaster going up our butts. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just sad, Some folks I see working their way in. Is Yaz now the longest running companion? I don't know. Like I said, I don't really keep track of those things because there's people who debate about who was in how many episodes, who was in how many years, and it's very hard to determine. I know it was between back in the day, it was between like Sarah Jane Smith, Tegan, and Fraser Hines, depending on number of episodes, actual time in, and stuff like that, and then. In the modern series, let's see. Sometimes they go by number of episodes. Because if you look at it this way, if you talk about actual time in the job, Jodie is now the longest serving incumbent doctor of the modern era. But she hasn't been as many episodes. Yeah, sadly the Peter Jackson thing was all a pipe dream. There was no way in hell they were going to get Peter Jackson up there to direct the TV show. Come on, this guy is going to be sitting on his Hobbit money for the rest of eternity. It's between him and Jim Cameron as to who's going to own New Zealand by the end of the decade, okay? It's... Jim Cameron bought one half of the island, Peter Jackson bought the other. We're thinking about renaming it Camp Peter. Oh. Or Camaxon. Oh, God. There's your pet project for the day. What are they going to rename New Zealand? If these guys keep buying up the real estate. So right now, no, nobody has an actual legitimate title for any of the 60th anniversary specials. We do know there's 3 of them. Also, it's beginning to look like Yasmin Finney will not be staying on with Ncuti Gatwa for the following series after the specials. Yasmin Finney's been lined up for another project, as far as I know. And, well, while we're bringing back the Vervoids, let's bring back the servo robots and the Chumleys, along with the Quarks. The Quarks never got justice, man. Let's hashtag justice for Quarks. Unfortunately, most people out there, when you hashtag justice for Quarks, makes you think that they're trying to save Quark's bar on DS9. Yeah, so I think Yasmin Finney is going to be there just for the specials. And then that's going to be it for Yasmin Finney. There was never any guarantee that, the character of Rose Noble was staying, or Rose Temple Noble. Oh, well, I'll get there eventually. Is going to be hanging on till the following series. I know Ncuti Gatwa starts shooting in November, which was a big surprise because, me and a bunch of folks have been talking, and they're like, well, they're going to have the break for Christmas, the break for this, so it'll probably be January before they start filming. And it's like, nope, they announced that, well, that's going to be the trick question about David Tennant, is he technically, because what I'm hearing, even though he's kept the accent from what people can hear that he did for the 10th Doctor, he's not as kind or tolerant from what they are able to tell. So, yeah, well, they announced that in, about the filming in November in Radio Times and stuff like that, and a bunch of other places. Yeah, I'd say I really wish if they were bringing Tennant back, they'd have let him keep his Scottish accent. That would really have messed with everybody's mind. It was kind of scary, though, when he played Kilgrave in Jessica Jones back in the day, because I was like, oh my God, this is 10th Dr. Valeyard territory here. Yeah, I was shocked they finally got around to Hocus Pocus 2, because there have been so many fake ads for it over the years. And then there have also, fans have really been hoping for it, and Like, you know, for you folks who are in the trivia, one of the things that David Tennant had trouble with doing his English accent was saying words with the double O, words like moon and things like that. So that's why they put that line in Smith and Jones about the Jadoon platoon upon the moon, was to screw with David Tennant. Because he had to rehearse that one like mad in order to get it correct. I'm just glad I got here as early as I did. Because, wow. A few minutes later, I'd have been seriously looking for a space. Well, folks, it's coming on that time again where I've got to start meandering into the door. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, because we're now into the month before October. Now the word is they may be showing the centenary the following week on October 23rd. A lot of my people are still saying October 16th, so we're going to have to keep our eyes on the schedules. And we'll see what pans out. Well, I got to get running in, everybody, so please take care of yourselves and each other. I haven't listened to much Big Finish lately. I just kind of fell out with it, so I got to get back into it and get caught up. And so please remember, be kind, be calm, be safe. Above everything else out there in the world today, please be kind, and hopefully we'll see you all in the future. You all enjoy your Tuesdays out there. Well, if it's Tuesday where you're at. And have a good one, everyone.